Environment laws. Amended compliance has to be done by organizations or agencies or institutions. But what is the challenge with these environmental laws? The problem is these laws are not defined in a procedural way or in updated manner at a single place. If we refer the Central Pollution Control Board website, we cannot find the latest amendments has been happened in environment laws, such as the Hazardous Waste Management Rules got amendment in year of 2024. The E-Waste Management got amendment in year of 2024. The Water Prevention Act is amended in year of 2024. But unfortunately, these act or the rules has not been updated in Central Pollution Control Board website. Now where we can find out these? The second source is Ministry of Environment and Forest Climate Change. But unfortunately, all rules are also not available on this Ministry of Forest and Climate Change website. Then what is the another third option? It is Indian Gazettes website. So the official website of Indian Gazettes has all the laws, act information available on its website. But the problem is the filtrations. When you put all the data or the act details, when you search in the demand, it will not give you the exact details of those acts and amendments. So to resolve this problem, I have done a research on this environment laws. I have done various references from the website, from different sources on the internet, and I have brought all the laws in a single place, which is named as environment laws and its amendments. So in this particular video, you can find out all the environment laws with its amendments over the years. So till 2024, I have taken the amendments of entire environment laws. India has a rich legal framework comprising various acts, rules and regulations that govern environmental conservation, pollution control, wildlife protection and sustainable development. In this video, I am going to cover all the environment laws such as Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act and Rules, Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act and Rules, Environment Protection Act and Rules, which includes noise regulations, waste management, environment impact and assessment notification. I will be covering and stressing upon Biodiversity Act and Rules. Next, I would be covering climate change notification. I would be covering Forest Conservation and Protection Act and Rules. I would be stressing upon Wildlife Conservation Act and Rules. Next, I would be talking upon Public Liability Insurance Act and Rules. The last, I would be stressing upon the National Green Tribunal Act and Rules. So let's get started. The first environment law, we are going to talk about water. The Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 2024. Initially, it was brought in our gadgets in year of 1974, which was named as the Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974. Recently, in year of 2024, it has got amended, which is known as the Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 2024. What does this act mean? An act to provide for the prevention and control of water pollution and the maintaining or restoring of wholesomeness of water. The rules which is framed under this Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act is the Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Rules 1975, which has been amended over the years. Let's go to the next environment law. The next water rule is Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Procedure for Transaction of Business Rules 1975. Under this Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974, Central Pollution Control Board CPCB has framed some notifications which are water quality criteria. So the first standard is primary water quality criteria for bathing purpose, or the water which is used for bathing purpose. So this comes with the rules, Environment Amendment Rules 2000. So under the Environmental Rules 2000, it talks about or gives the framework of water quality criteria for bathing waters. The next standard under water prevention and control of pollution is WHO drinking water specification. These are the specifications given by WHO to ensure the water quality standards. The next standard or the notification under this water prevention and control of pollution is drinking water standard given by Central Pollution Control Board. So this drinking water standard is based on BIS, Bureau of Indian Standard, which is IS 10500. IS 10500 gives us the framework or the requirements which is required for the drinking water suitability. So this is the standard which gives us the confirmation that the water which is used for drinking purpose is meeting with the water quality standards. Let's go for the next environmental law. The next environmental law is based upon air. The Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1981 and amended in year of 1987. There is rules framed under Air Prevention and Control of Pollution, which is the Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Rules 1982. Next, the Air Prevention Control of Pollution Union Territory Rules 1983. There is certain notifications given by Central Pollution Control Board under Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1981. So the first standard is upon National Ambient Air Quality Standards. So these are the ambient air quality standard for the air or for the environmental air which is present in our surrounding environment. So this particular standards gives us the framework for the air pollutants available in air. So these are the air quality concentrations which are measured in form of time weightage average, which is based upon annually or 24 hours. So some of the air pollutants are sulfur dioxide, nitrous oxide or nitrogen dioxide, then particulate matter, ozone, lead content and carbon monoxide. So these are all the air pollutants. So concentration of these air pollutants available in ambient air has to be measured in time weighted average format, TWA. Next, Act under Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act comes, which is the Commission for Air Quality Management CAQM in National Capital Region and Adjoining Areas Act 2021. So this is a CAQM Act 2021 which is applicable to NCR area. This is an act to provide for the constitution of the Commission of Air Quality Management CAQM in NCR area for better coordination, research, identification and resolution of problems surrounding the air quality index or AQI for matters connected with therewith or incidental thereto. So CAQM works upon the air quality improvement in NCR area. The next environmental law is Environment Protection Act 1986, which is amended in year of 1991. Under this Environment Protection Act 1986, there is environment protection laws or the rules. So the environment protection rules, which was initially formed in year of 1986 and over the years it got amendments, and the latest environment protection rule is Environment Protection Rules 2023. This is the latest amendment. The next notification under this Environment Protection Act is given by the Central Pollution Control Board. So CPCB has released a notification under this Environment Protection Rule or Act 1986, which is based upon vehicular exhaust. So vehicular exhaust is the emission norms for passenger cars, heavy vehicles, 2 or 3 wheelers. The next standard from the Central Pollution Control Board or the notification released by CPCB is based upon gensets or generator sets notification under Environment Protection Act. So these genset notification talks about the emission standards about DG genset, which is operated on various fuels like diesel, petrol, natural gas or biofuel. So it gives the emission criteria for these kind of DG genset in latest amendments of Environment Protection Rules. So the latest Environment Protection Rules is 2023, which is also based upon the emission standard for new kind of DG genset, which includes the biofuel DG genset as well. The certain notification released by Central Pollution Control Board is also based upon Environment Protection Act, and under which Environment Impact Assessment Notification 2006 is the key notification, which gives the requirement of prior environmental clearance, which is named as EC. So environmental clearance is something has to be taken for all kind of new projects or existing projects which are going to get the extension. So project or activities shall require a prior environmental clearance from the concerned regulatory authority. It may be a central government in the Ministry of Environmental and Forest, or it may be a state level, the State Environment Impact Assessment Authority, or at the district level it could be District Environment Impact Assessment Authority. So these are all the authorities from which environmental clearance has to be ascertained. Let's go for another notification released by Central Pollution Control Board, under which the Environmental Protection Act, the CPCB has formed a graded response action plan. So the graded response action plan works under the CAQM, Commission of Air Quality Management. It came in effect where Honorable Supreme Court, they had given the order in year of 2016 and directed the central government to examine the graded action plan and issue appropriate notification under subsection of this Environment Protection Act 1986. Therefore, the Central Pollution Control Board had released with association of Commission of Air Quality Management, which is known as GRAPE rules. So these GRAPE rules talks about the AQI levels, and when the AQI levels are not in limits, then certain control measures has to be ascertained in the NCR area, which will include the AQI level ranging from 200 to 300, then 300 to 400 and 400 to 450. The 400 to 450 is a severe category where critical control measures have been given under GRAPE notification 2017. The next notification under Environment Protection Act is noise regulations. So the next notification or the rule under Environment Protection Act is the Noise Pollution Regulation and Control Rules 2000. So under section 25 of Environment Protection Act, these noise rules has been formed. So basically these noise rules talks about the noise level requirement for each kind of category of the areas. Like if it is an institutional area, what should be the noise value or dB in form of dB decibel value. If it is a commercial area or if it is a residential area. So according to the different kind of categories of the area, different decibel value of noise has been given in these noise pollution standard or noise pollution and regulation control rules 2000. Now very important environment law comes under Environment Protection Act and Environment Protection Rules, which is waste management. So under waste management, different kind of waste has been given. like hazardous waste, biomedical waste, solid waste, which is named as municipal solid waste, construction and demolition waste. So let's talk about the first waste management rule, which is hazardous and waste management and transboundary movement rules 2016, which has been amended in 2024. So the new hazardous waste management rules are named as hazardous and other waste management rules 2024. What is hazardous waste? Hazardous waste means any waste which by reason or characteristics such as physical, chemical, biological, reactive, toxic, flammable, explosive or corrosive causes danger or is likely to cause danger to health or environment. This is known as hazardous waste. Hazardous waste management rules are notified to ensure safe handling, generation, processing, treatment, packaging, store, transportation and collection, conversion and offering for sale, destruction and disposal of hazardous waste. The next waste management rules or environment law under Environment Protection Rule or Environment Protection Act 1984 is E-Waste Management Rules 2016. The E-Waste Management Rules got an amendment in year of 2024. So the new E-Waste Management Rules are named as E-Waste Management Rules 2024. These are rules formed under the Environment Protection Act 1986, where the Ministry of Central Government has formed these new regulations. What is e-waste? E-waste means electrical and electronic equipment, including solar photovoltaic modules or panels or cell, whole or in part discarded and waste. So as well as rejects from manufacturing, refurbishment and repair process. So these e-waste are nothing but the waste coming out from the electrical equipment or electronic equipment, which can be found from homes to offices or from the organization. So these wastage has to be disposed according to a certain norms which is given in E-Waste Management Rules 2024. The next waste management rule is Biomedical Waste Management Rules 2016, which is amended in year of 2019, named as Biomedical Waste Management Rules 2019. What is biomedical waste? It means any waste which is generated during the diagnosis, treatment or immunization of human beings or animals or research activities pertaining thereof to into production or testing of biological or in health camps, including the categories mentioned in Schedule 1 of these rules. The next waste management rule is named as Construction and Demolition Waste Management Rules 2016. So what is C&D waste? Construction and demolition waste is waste generated from the construction, renovation, repair and demolition of buildings, roads, bridges and dams. C&D waste can contain a variety of materials including wood, steel, concrete, gypsum, plaster, masonry, metal or bricks, and including the tiles which is used in the construction. So these C&D waste has to be disposed in a procedural way where you cannot dispose it in an illegal manner. It has to be collected and disposed by the authorized vendor assigned under C&D Waste Management Rules 2016. The next environment law under this Environment Protection Act is Plastic Waste Management Rules 2016, which is got amendment in year of 2024. So the latest waste management rule for plastic is Plastic Waste Management Rule 2024. What is plastic? Plastic is a non-biodegradable waste, meaning it cannot be decomposed by microorganisms. The most common types of plastic waste found in the environment are cigarette butts, food wrappers, plastic bottles, plastic bottle caps, plastic grocery bags, plastic straws and stirrers. So So these plastic waste cannot be disposed in illegal manner. It has to be given and recycled to prevent the environment. The next waste management rule is Municipal Solid Waste Management Rules 2016. The solid waste. What is solid waste? So solid waste includes solid or semi-solid domestic waste, sanitary waste, commercial waste, institutional waste, catering and marketing waste, and other non-residential wastes. The next waste management rule is Battery Waste Management Rules 2001, which has got amendments, and the current battery waste management rule is 2024. So the latest amendment happened in year of 2024. What is battery? Battery means any lead acid battery which is a source of electrical energy and contains lead metal in it. The next environment law is the Wetland Conservation and Management Rules 2017. Another environment law is the Regulation of Lead Contents in Household and Decorative Paints Rules. The another environment law is the Ozone Depletion Substances Regulation and Control Rules 2000. The last Regulation of Persistent Organic Pollutants Rule 2018. If we talk about the another environment law which comes with another form of laws are Public Liability Insurance Act 1991. The Public Liability Insurance Rules 1991 are formed under the Public Liability Insurance Act 1991. The another environment laws are the Biodiversity Act 2002. Under this Biodiversity Act 2002, the biodiversity rules are framed, which is known as the Biological Diversity Rules 2004. The another environment law are the National Green Tribunal Act 2010. Under this NGT Act, the National Green Tribunal rules were framed, which is named as the National Green Tribunal Rules, Practice and Procedures 2011. When we talk about the environment law, we also talk about the climate change. So what are the actions by the Indian government on climate change and the policies which are being framed? So the National Action Plan on Climate Change, named as NAPCC, was launched in year of 2008 with 8 national missions. Most ministries and departments have been working in collaboration to implement and to achieve the goals set in NAPCC. On the lines of the NAPCC, majority of the states and union territories have prepared their State Action Plan on Climate Change SAPCC with the aim of contributing to achieving the national goals and meeting the state priorities. For detailed climate change policies are framed, which is named as NAPCC. Same requirements can be followed or noticed or checked on Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change website. The another environment laws are related to forest conservation. So for this, the another act is Tribes and Other Traditional Forest Dwellers Recognition of Forest Rights Act 2006, which is recognize the rights of forest dwelling scheduled tribes and other traditional forest dwellers over the forest areas inhabited by them and provides a framework for according the same. The next act under forest conservation is the Forest Conservation Act 1980. It is intended to help conserve the country's forest. It strictly regulates the de-reservation of forest or use of forest land for non-forest purposes without the prior approval of central government. The next environment law is Indian Forest Act 1927. It talks about the consolidated the law relating to forest, the transit of forest process and the duty leviable on timber and other forest produce. The another environment law is Forest Conservation Rules 2003. In exercise of power confirmed in Forest Conservation Act 1980 and in suppression of the Forest Conservation Rules 1981, the central government hereby makes the following rules, which is known as Forest Conservation Rules 2023. The another environment law is the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, which is a legal framework that protects India's wild animals, birds and plant species. It also establishes the protected areas such as sanctuaries where injured, abandoned and abused wildlife can live without human intervention. The rules framed under Wildlife Protection Act 1972 is Wildlife Protection Rules 1995. Thanks for watching this video. If you really like this video, please hit the bell icon and do not forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. If you really like my hard work, please hit the bell icon, which will be motivating me to prepare such kind of videos in near future also.